The Morgan Report with David Morgan. Discover how to build and protect your wealth at themorganreport.com.
David Morgan with the weekly perspective for the week ending 4 October 2024. Well, I'm going to be brief this week. We just published the Morgan Report. It went out Friday night, and it's on the website for members only. We talked about quite a bit in the editorial. One thing I will say is, again, two of our top tiers are making all-time highs, and one of our, in the lower categories, but still a producer, a good producer, was in a takeover bid with a major on the New York Stock Exchange. Probably will happen, and it's at a premium, so people that follow us in that company are obviously going to make money. There will be more about that later, but not in this venue. Just a few other things to go through here. I put on the Twitter feed, Lobo Tigre does great work, know him fairly well. We see each other from time to time. Just putting out the truth here, the mining industry needs $2.1 trillion in new investment by 2050. Probably more than that. I mean, I don't want to put a dollar price on it, but if you've seen some of the things I posted on Twitter regarding the green energy revolution, you'll find it's not that green, and it's going to be a heck of a revolution because there just isn't enough mineral wealth in the Earth's crust with the current technology that would actually meet the goals. Could things change? Yes. Could you get a one-off in the system that really does take care of it? You could. I won't rule that out, but as it stands now, it's really impossible to do it. This is all over the gold and silver space that Russia is going to actually purchase the three other precious metals: silver, platinum, and palladium. No one knows the details. I got a couple questions on Twitter, well, who are they buying it from and what currency are they trading it for? And the answer to that is I don't know in either case, but I may find out. And if I do, I'll probably do it in next week's update. Happy Hawaiian showing you just how high we've gotten here. We're in a very strong uptrend. Will it break through that in the 33 levels, what I call it? I use a round number. It's easier to remember. It depends where you draw the line. It's roughly at that area. We're touching toward it, or some technicians would say we've gone through to 3250. That's fine. Regardless, we haven't broken through and sustained it yet. I don't think we will for a while. I have had some correspondence with Judy Shelton, and I've got her book on order. It's not out yet, to the best of my knowledge. I think it's published like right now. I think it's imminent, and I should get it from my Amazon account here pretty soon. I'll read it, and I do a follow-up on that. And just got more things on this Twitter feed. Ronnie Stoffele that does in Gold We Trust, and one of our members does the silver portion of that report. Regardless, Ronnie's saying that the historic gold-silver ratio is 30-1. Based on that, current gold price, silver would be around $90, $89 per ounce, just saying. And there's a lot to talk about in this. I won't really go long on it, but actually, if you did it going back to the 13th century, where the gold-silver ratio stayed at 20 or lower for the 1300s, 1400s, 15, 16, 17, and most of the 1800s, and you factor that on a weighted basis, it would be a different than 30. But once it was really demonetized, if you took it from there on, it's probably 30 or maybe even a bit higher. Regardless, there's a lot to be said. I won't say it in this venue, but I still think silver is very undervalued, and I think it will play catch up on gold. Whether we'll get to that, historic monetary ratio of 15 or 16-1 remains to be determined. I wouldn't rule it out. Lots ahead of us. And of course, the dollar to silver ratio that is on the U.S. debt clock right now is almost $700 per ounce. And as I said earlier, we published this weekend, actually Friday night. And of course, the editorial goes on. Ted Butler went to Beaver Creek for us and found lots of interesting situations, which reported on some of them, do some more next month. And then he came here, visited me for more than a week. Again, looking at the EV revolution and why it takes so much mining. I have a couple of speculations that we've talked about. And then Sean N., I'll just go by those who I interviewed recently, who wrote the book Rest in Peace, US Dollar, 1971 to 2020X. That was viewed by many to be a pretty good interview. You can watch it. It's on our blog. And then we went through the blockchain situation as we do every month, the portfolio and company update. So that's kind of an overview of what we have this month. And I'm going to cut it off there. I'll be back with you next week with another weekly perspective. This is David Morgan of themorganreport.com signing out.